Hey guys, what's up? It's a 5-star kid here for a look to the past, the CWA's history right here. And today, in this episode of CWA history, we're going to be looking at the furthest video footage that we got back, and I'll be talking to you about some of the big rivalries that were happening during the early days of the CWA. So strap in. This is the early days. You know, whenever I think about the early years, I mean, there's really four guys, and I am one of them. Not to sound arrogant, but this is the beginning. This is the beginning right here of what this company would become. This is where it started. It started to climb here. It started to get noticed by more people here. It was a lot more important here. And by people noticing, I'm just meaning other talent came to join. And they took notice of it. They liked it. So they wanted to get on board. And we couldn't have done it without these four guys. And you're going to hear about them all night. Me, B Wired, the Flying Hawaiian, and Easy Slick. All of us worked our tails off, you know. The CWA, this is about the past. This is about those towers. Apart from myself, I will try to mention myself as little as possible because you hear it from me enough. Anyways, these three, B Wired, the biggest, I mean, the brute. And last time I spoke to him, he said he would come back to compete. So, here's hoping for that. The Flying Hawaiian, the most extreme athlete in the CKW. This dude was bonkers. This dude was doing backflips off of ladders when most of us were too scared to even jump off a ladder, as well as Easy Slick, you know, the guy with the most heart in the CWA. I have seen him get kicked by the Flying Hawaiian in the back of the head 13 times. I've been in matches where I felt like I'd beat him to the point he shouldn't be getting up, and he was still coming after me. He's one of those guys that always bring the best out of you. Any important important rivalries. The first one that I can remember, because it has to do with me and one other guy on this, out of these four people, out of these other three people, B Wired and myself, we've had knockdown, drag out fights. It's like, you want to see some guys fighting, you're going to watch this match. You want to see just unadulterated anger and pain, kendo sticks, steel chairs, and it hurt like crap. And I felt it a lot from B Wired. B Wired felt it quite a few times from me. During those matches with B Wired, I think really he showed what he was worth whenever he came in. I thought, this dude is freaking some new young punk that's gonna try to take my shot, and I ain't gonna have it. And guess what? He ended up beating me for the world championship a few times. I remember it. I believe he's a 2-time champion. I'm a 3-time champion. He ended up, right before the company closed this last time, he was the champion when it all was said and done. When the company actually closed down, 2009 or 10. He was the champion whenever the company closed its doors. And then 4 years later, 2013, we made a comeback, and I had a match against Aaron Slay. Now, I've talked to B Wired since all that stuff's happened, since his title reign as champion and whatnot. I've talked to him, and he said, you know, he would come back. Just crossing our fingers, hoping that he will. Yeah, now, years later, though, I mean, now we're cool. I ain't got a problem with him. He's cool with me. But we both kind of know who would win in a match. you know, current day status. No, no. When you talk about rivalries, it's not just mine and B Wired's rivalry that made the early days important. It was also, like I said, those other two, Easy Slick and the Flying Hawaiian. I don't know how they did it every time they did it. In their matches, you would always see some sort of out-ring fight. You would always see some sort of a ladder get involved with the Flying Hawaiian, or he was jumping in midair trying to slam a chair down on your face while you were laying out on the ground. I've seen Easy Slick's heart, though, in those matches. It was for the CWA Championship, I believe, back in, I mean, and it was a match for that title between Easy Slick and the Flying Hawaiian, and I think it was a last man standing match, and I don't remember exactly who won, but I do know that I think it was Flying Hawaiian that won that match because he enziguried Easy Slick 13 times in a row, kicking him in the back of the head each time harder and harder. And each time Easy Slick would go down, but he'd get up and he'd keep coming back. And it was like, dude, stop. You're going to hurt yourself. And he didn't stop. They had to take him out of there on a stretcher, get him to the hospital and get him checked out. And it turns out Flying Hawaiian ended up giving him a concussion, making him sit out for several weeks of competition. He came back, though, and he won the championship for the Flying Hawaiian. And it's always been back and forth with him, whether it was a TLC match, whether it was a submissions match, whether it was really just whatever kind of match it was. You knew you were getting a good match with the Flying Hawaiian and Easy Slick. All right, guys. Just stay tuned. Watch out for that. And go check out the CWA live stream page. It's a website where you can check out updates that has to do with the CWA, quicker live online streaming CWA wrestling. All you got to do is go on there and check it out. Look up CWA wrestling. You'll see our logo pop up. And just like us and check out the first one, which has to do with what this episode was. A look to the past with the 5-Star Kid. I go and I show you the place where wrestling started for the CWA. Thanks, guys. I've been the 5-Star Kid, and I'll see you next time.